enter the Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. It is, when you get down to it, really strange and really bizarre, but they found a really good mix, updating the effects and tone while still keeping true to the book's spirit. It starts off in wartime and 4 children have to be separated from their mother. They're sent to live with a professor who has an enchanted wardrobe, and when you walk inside, you enter into a fictional realm called Narnia. But Narnia is currently being ruled by an evil sorceress known as the White Queen. But as the kids journey into the land and find out more about it, they discover that they're actually fulfilling a prophecy that they would be the heroes to lead her into ruin, and that they would result in the return of Aslan, a giant heroic lion who will bring light back to the good land of Narnia. Colorful characters are met, destinies are discovered, and battles are fought to decide who will rule the Enchanted Kingdom. I was really impressed with how well they were taking sort of these silly images and elements and actually making them very serious. 2 of the best friends in this are talking beavers, and I really thought, oh man, this is gonna bomb when we get to that, but it works out really well. The animation on them is very good, and they have very distinct characteristics and personalities. The White Queen is a good villain, and all the child actors do a pretty good job too. What really helps pull it through is the heart that it has, and there is a lot of it in here. The book itself is very vague and a quick read, but here they give a lot of details to the characters' connection and relationships. The best one being with Lucy and Mr. Thompson. The scenes these two have together just knock it out of the park. I almost wish it was just about them. But when the action has to come in and the story has to get a lot bigger, it does exactly that. It's probably one of the most difficult adaptations you could do in terms of making it serious, and I think it really pays off. The child actors are good, the animation is really good, the effects are a lot of fun. And when you get to the end, it does feel really big. I'm really impressed with it. It's not an easy story to adapt, and I think they did a damn good job. Is it for everyone? No, I mean, if you're looking for something that has a lot more detail and logic to it, it isn't really that kind of story. But for just pure straight up fantasy with a lot of incredible creatures and visuals, this one's definitely worth the trip. Figures to celebrate Christmas Day with a Christmas movie, and The Muppet Christmas Carol seems to be a good one to talk about. Ebenezer Scrooge, played by Michael Caine, is the town's most hated man. One of his workers, Bob Cratchit, played by Kermit the Frog, and yes, I know somebody else plays Kermit the Frog, but come on, work with me here, tries to get Christmas Day off to spend with his family. After Scrooge begrudgingly agrees, he's told that he's going to be haunted by 3 ghosts that night. The ghosts of Christmas past, present, and future. Each one shows him exactly that, the past, present, and future, and slowly over the course of the film, Scrooge starts to realize the importance of Christmas, the importance of being nice, and the importance of sharing his wealth with puppets half his size. The film is pretty by the book and following the original story. They have Gonzo and Rizzo as the narrators who constantly get beaten up throughout the entire movie. And all the other Muppet characters play the parts that we know from the book.
The original songs were amazing. The puppetry, obviously, really, really great. The sets were really cool. I loved the twist on it. I thought it was just super wholesome, super sweet, super Christmas classic that I have somehow missed. Slipped completely under my radar. A watch every year film.
Gremlin is one of those classic movies from a lot of our childhoods that made such an impact. Well, we're still talking about it. It also helps that the creature effects are very impressive and hold up pretty well today. The monsters in question may have fuck all to do with Christmas or Christmas legends, but the movie as a whole focuses very strongly on it taking place throughout Christmas Eve into Christmas, with tons of holiday music and decorations all over the fucking place. Spoiler alert, Gremlins is about gremlins, specifically mogwai, which evidently can be found in shady shops specializing in foreign goods. The thing is, they may be cute and fuzzy, but they have 3 rules you absolutely must obey, or things take a dark turn. As this is a movie, naturally everyone involved fucks this up completely in record time. Gremlins doesn't really get all that gruesome. Obviously, it's a very entertaining flick, relying heavily on gags, which, with the nature of the Gremlins, is perfect for. However, as a horror movie for a younger audience, I think Gremlins works very well. Its emphasis is more on silly antics and dark humor, but it does have some legitimately freaky parts. It's not flawless, but generally you don't care because you're having too much fun. And it's a great Christmas movie in my opinion.
This movie was the highest grossing film of 1990, and it stars a little innocent boy named Macaulay Culkin, who didn't stay innocent for very long. And little Kevin McAllister has such a huge family, and right now he feels like everyone's kind of against him. His parents don't seem to like him right now. His parents go on this vacation with all of their family and accidentally leave him home alone, and he has to fend for himself when two burglars, played masterfully by Joe Pesci and Daniel Stern, decide to break into his house for Christmas. I watch Home Alone every year. It never gets old. It never will. I adore this film. It's one of my favorite family movies. It's one of my favorite comedies. It's easily my favorite winter Christmas themed movie, and I'm gonna give Home Alone an A+.
Die Hard is a pristinely directed, smartly written action film with a very likable hero and a very likable villain. It is one of the best action films ever made. I love Die Hard. It of course gets an A+.